This is a really good brother, man. I've just met this brother not too long ago, and he has his initiatives and he has his things that he's doing, and everything that he's doing and all of his initiatives has to have to do with his people and helping his people. And I'm a very spiritual person. So when I first met him, I said, man, I bet you me and him was on our same slave ship in our past life. You know how you know somebody and you be like, man, I probably jumped overboard, and he was like, man, forget this, we ain't going for this, let's just jump overboard.
Yo, what's up? This is girl Queen Pen. You watching Gen TV, getting it in, you heard?
So Miss Queen, let us know why we here today.
Well, we had a press conference earlier, me and a few elected officials, Senator Eric Adams, Assemblyman Hakeem Jeffries, the Knicks retired player, John Starks. A few people came out. I'm putting in legislation changing laws on domestic violence. I have a program for domestic violence. I'm a victim and a survivor. And my whole thing is I just like to cater to certain issues that go on in our community. So they try to brush them under the carpet.
Now, how did you go about linking up with those people? Did they reach out to you once they heard about your movement, or?
I've been in the political world on the low for a lot of years. I've been mingling in and out with council people, assembly, you know, men and women. And I was actually working with the Governor Patterson, when he was senator, on my initiative, his initiative for domestic violence. So, you know, I've had a little buzz, but I reached out to Eric Adams, who is very passionate about the issue from the heart. So it happened just to be an issue that he's been fighting for, one of the many issues he's been fighting for, you know, for our people.
Now, for those that may not know, what made you get started with your program?
Like I said, I'm a victim and survivor, but like I'm from the hood, and I still live in the hood, and I'm from the street, so I feel like it's just my duty. You know, you always have to go back and snatch somebody, you know, through the fire, through that ring of fire that you made it through. So it's just, I think it's hard because I think I was a field slave in my past life or some shit. So I'm just really about my people. And while I have the name Queen Pen and while people are listening, I'm going to make some noise besides holding the mic and making records. We have many issues. I work with juvenile prisons. I work with children in the after-school program whose parents are incarcerated. I work with high-risk teen girls and young pregnant and young teen mothers, and especially adolescents and children that are HIV positive and that are diagnosed with AIDS. This is something I've been doing for over 10 years. It just comes to me like how I write books and making records. It's just my duty.
Now, you mentioned earlier that you were disgusted with hip hop. Can you
I was what?
You're disgusted with hip hop?
Yeah, you know, it's just so much more that we could do outside of selling a lot of records and making money. Hip hop is just a way of culture and a way of life. So we speak about what's going on, but you know, it's a lot of things that we can change. I have a lot of faith that now that Obama is in office, you know, that whole image will help us do more in our communities. I'm just discussing on how we don't know the support system. We have so many people in the business that's trying to get to where we at, but nobody wants to help nobody. And if we don't help other people, then the torch in this relay race of hip hop, you know, it'll stop.
Now, how would you compare the female aspect to when you first came in to what it is right now?
It's nothing.
Why do you think that is?
Because we're women. You have to look at it as women and my era coming out. Every female rapper had that hot female dude hip hop artist to stand behind to hold them down. And I never had it. I didn't know Diggity, and then that was it. And it was like, okay, go on your own, get your own respect. I've never had that, but women never really get to show their identities, especially when you're connected to that hot dude. Never got to really be them. We just get a very, very bad hand dealt to us as women. Men could come back at 46 and 43 What's right? A woman come back in her early 30s and it's, oh, bitch too old. What the fuck is she doing? But what else is there for her to do? We're the same women that these male artists are on record talking about. Oh, I remember growing up single parent. My mother held it down. We the same women. We have children. We're trying to hold down our household. We gotta feed our kids, and this is what we do. This is not 8 and 9 no more. You know, when chicks can't get on the highway with 6 bricks and make money. You can't do it no more. You can't do what we used to do to make money anymore. This is what we have to do. We make records, and we don't get accepted as easily as dudes make.
Now, do you feel like the ladies might touch on sexuality a little too much and not more like what it's like to be a woman?
Well, I guess that's what ladies? I don't even know what ladies are doing because really is no female presence in hip hop right now.
That's very
Who's out
true.
there? There's nobody out there. And we have to start asking not just the artists why, we just start asking the consumers and the labels. And right now, I don't even feel like you need a major label anymore. We finally realized that independent is the way, and we could do what they have been doing all these years and eating off of us. So, I mean, I don't know who to turn to, honestly, to ask why, but there's no presence for females in hip hop. It's like we don't even exist.
Now, before we get out of here, do you have any new music coming?
Yes, I've been recording with Teddy. I have a single that's about to, the DJ's about to start spinning it in the club. It's called Jungle Fever. It's me and my homeboy Rod Dollar from Brooklyn. Shout out to Rod Dollar, who's a known, he's very known underground, did a lot of writing for people. He's a good dude. So we got the joint Jungle Fever, mixing the light and the dark in the club, the Henny and the Grey Goose in the club. And I have have my books out, Situations and Blossom, and I have another book coming out towards the end of the year called Infiltrate. And my son, Nephew the Dawn.
Cool.
My son is doing real well underground, Nephew the Dawn. I'm working on his project, and I have a reggae artist, Suave Luciano.
That's what it is. Now, any contact information before we get out of here?
MySpace, I'm the only person that read it, the only person that answers it, so give me a little minute to get to you. It's myspace.com/QueenPin55, 2 number 5, and MNSmedia.com or MNSmedia@gmail.com.